Hi there, little listeners. Today's story is about the balloon who didn't want to pop. Once upon a time, in a cozy little toy shop at the end of Maple Street, there lived a bright red balloon named Benny. Benny was shiny and round with a thin white string that curled like a smile. Every night, when the shopkeeper turned off the lights, the toys and balloons whispered to one another. The teddy bears talked about bedtime cuddles, the toy cars bragged about their speed, and the other balloons dreamed about floating high in the blue sky. But Benny didn't dream about flying. He had a very different wish. "I don't want to pop," he said softly one night. "I want to last forever." The other balloons laughed kindly. "That's what balloons do, Benny," said a cheerful blue one named Bella. "We float, we fly, we make people happy, and then pop, it's over." But Benny shook gently on his string and whispered, "Not me. I want to see the world and never pop." The next morning, a little girl named Maya came into the shop with her dad. Her birthday was tomorrow, and she wanted a red balloon. The shopkeeper smiled and tied Benny's string around her small wrist. Benny's heart, if balloons had hearts, filled with joy. He was going outside for the first time. The sun shone brightly, and the wind danced around him as Maya skipped down the street. Benny floated happily above her, looking at everything. The rooftops, the trees, the birds. But then he began to worry. There were sharp branches, metal fences, and even one cat with very pointy claws. "Oh no," Benny thought. "The world is full of things that can make me pop." Maya noticed him wobbling and said, "Don't worry, little balloon. I'll keep you safe." But later that afternoon, in the park, a strong gust of wind blew through the trees. "Hold on, Maya," her dad called. But the string slipped from her wrist, and Benny was swept away. Up, up, and up he went, higher than the trees, over the rooftops, and into the soft white clouds. At first, it was exciting. He could see the whole town below, but soon he grew scared. "What if I float too high and pop?" he whispered. Just then, a gentle gray cloud drifted beside him. "Hello there, little balloon," said the cloud in a kind rumble. "Why so worried?" Benny trembled. "I'm afraid to pop. I want to see the world, but I don't want to end." The cloud chuckled. "All things change, Benny. Clouds turn to rain, rain turns to rivers, and rivers flow to the sea. Maybe balloons change too." Benny thought about that as the wind carried him softly back toward the park. Down below, Maya was crying. The kind wind swirled around Benny and guided him down, 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 until he landed gently right in her arms. "You came back," Maya laughed, hugging him close. Benny was happy again. He had seen the sky, talked to a cloud, and returned to his best friend. Days passed, and Benny stayed by Maya's side through her birthday party and all her games. But slowly, he began to feel different. His skin wasn't so tight anymore, and he started to sink closer to the ground. "Oh dear," he sighed quietly. "I think I'm losing my air." Maya noticed too, but she didn't throw him away. Instead, she smiled. "That's okay, Benny," she said. "You've been the best balloon ever. Let's make you into something new." She took a marker and drew a happy face on him, glued some yarn for hair, and made him into a funny little puppet. Benny realized something wonderful. He hadn't ended at all. He had changed. Everything changes. But that doesn't mean it's over. It just means something new is beginning. And so Benny, the balloon who didn't want to pop, learned that change isn't something to fear. Sometimes it's just another way to stay happy. And from that day on, Benny never worried about popping again because he knew that even when one story ends, another one is always waiting to begin. That's all for now. We wish you sweet dreams, sleep well, and we'll meet again next time on Magic Moon Radio.